Hello, Nan. Hello, Manish. Back up. Took a little break to take a picture at the sign. Oop. Microphone. Took a picture of the sign as we were coming here into Gallup, New Mexico. I just got in. We finished yesterday about 6 miles outside of Gallup, so just doing that little stretch. I'm actually riding on Route 66 right now through Gallup, and I'll turn the camera around in just a minute so you can see that. It's Friday, as we say in our house, Friday fun day. So, and for us out here, this is the last ride of the week for us. Tomorrow is our rest day, and I gotta be honest, I'm looking forward to it. All I wanted to do today was take a nap. But we're out here riding, and it was about 26 degrees when we woke up this morning, and I think it'll get up to about 54 for the high here today. This is part of the cold front that pretty much everybody's experiencing right now. Here it's not snowing, it's just really cold and windy. Got a little bit of a headwind, but overall it's been a pleasant ride so far. So we're going to go down Route 66 here, and then we're going to take a sharp left and head up Highway 566, start going north, and working our way diagonally across New Mexico up toward Taos. So this is our last day on I-40, or near it. Alright, I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see what Route 66 looks like here nowadays. If you're wondering, today is day 23. Today we're riding for Comittment. A great person figures out their formula, the truths and correct principles in their lives. Hi, Jessica. That's my cousin. And I love the clouds here. They're just so beautiful. As my sister said the other day, that's where the Care Bears live, in those nice poofy clouds. So here we are, going down Route 66 in Gallup, New Mexico. Okay, so today we're riding for Comittment. Yesterday we rode for Understanding Happiness. If you'd like to catch the replay of discussion on that principle, you can go to my blog at born26.com/Brad. Or you can always find my replays on our YouTube channel. Just type in Freedom Ride 26. It's in the search bar, then you'll find our video there. Of course, you can catch us on Periscope for about a day. So that's RV park we're staying at today. The USA RV park. And Shane is back there resting for the day. For a minute so we can get good view and hear me at the same time. Gears just right. So here's the turnoff for Shiprock, which is really close to Four Corners. Today's been a good test of my commitment. Not that I want to do the ride. I'm just tired. I want to take a nap. But when you make a commitment, you do your best, and that's what we're doing out here for 100 days. I've always wondered about the definition of commitment. It's something I've thought about a little bit. Been married for 16 years now. 16 years this month. And that's the biggest and longest commitment I've ever made in my life. Most of my commitments run very short because I have a short attention span, but that commitment just runs true. I have no doubt about it. I'm just going to be married to Tina for forever, as long as she'll have me. So there's something in my core that tells me being married to her is true. It's important to my purpose in life, and so it's an easy commitment to make, even though we struggle, and it's like any other couple. So commitments are an interesting deal. There's commitments in business and in love. So one way I like to think about commitment is just by thinking about the word act. There's a cool train coming through. So many trains out here. They're all so friendly. They always honk the horn and wave at us. So one way I like to think about commitment is with the word act. How do you observe the character of someone that you're in a love or business relationship with? Well, it's simple. That's how they act. You watch them really closely. You listen to what they say, and you observe what they do, how they act. So if you break down ACT as an acronym, ACT is action with commitment over time. If you observe someone's actions and their commitment to those actions over time, you'll have a chance at understanding their character. Their true colors, as Kodak would like to say. So, typically, windy here. So you typically don't define a word with the same word, but it's a good starting point. How do you act? Action with commitment over time. Alright, so commitment's in there again, we know. Has something to do with action. Has something to do with time. So then we can start drilling down into the word commitment. Well, for me, commitment ties to self-discipline. to be married for 16 years, I need to have some self-discipline. I need to show restraint. I need to not be easily provoked. I need to not seek evil. I need to seek to always be kind. I need to not seek myself, but I need to seek others. I need to not be prideful, puffed up, or vain. And I need to not be seeking to do iniquity, or, in other words, following my vices. So, commitment for me, when I think about commitment in my marriage, I need to be accountable, responsible to my wife through self-discipline, through those things I listed about not being easily provoked, so on. So the formula for self-discipline, if you want to look it up, it's spelled out in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And if you look at the chapter and those verses, you're going to find the word charity used to describe what I've just told you. Charity is not easily provoked. It's not prideful. It's long-suffering. Right? All those descriptions of charity. Now, you can call charity what you want. I call it self-discipline. A lot of people call it love. But charity doesn't meet my definition for love. My definition for love is it's free. I give my money, minutes, manpower, knowledge, and I do so freely. And so, yeah, charity doesn't fit that definition, but charity does fit the definition for self-discipline. So if you want to measure your commitment to something, or your self-discipline with that relationship, or a goal, or whatever you're trying to achieve, go read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, because there's a formula right there for how to measure yourself. And you just give yourself a score out of 10 for each of the things that it says charity is or self-discipline is. How do I rate? 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Add them all up. There are eight gates of charity, or 8 measures of charity listed in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And so the total score is 80. Give yourself a score for each one of those out of 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Add them up, divide them by 8, and you get a percentage. How what your discipline is, your self-discipline is. And what's neat about doing that is you can record your scores for each one and then see where your strengths and weaknesses are with your self-discipline. So it gives you some pointers on where you need to work to what's bringing you down on your self-discipline, whether it's with what you're trying to change when you're trying to eat healthier or exercise, or you're trying to change the way you think about yourself, or you're just trying to reach a goal in your business life, or your internal rate of return. A rough time here with the mic. Ooh, it's just lifting me all over the place. So we're here on Route 66. Lots of old hotels being renovated or closed down. Lots of new stuff. This place has got a lot of history. We're at a place just the other day called the Jackrabbit Trading Post. And we got a 15-minute interview with the owners of that trading post. They've been there for 67 years at that spot on Route 66. It's a great interview. Go back and check it out. You can find it on our YouTube channel, Freedom Ride 2316. Great family that has been there raising their kids. Very disciplined people. To be there for that long, see all that history come and go. To still be there trying to preserve the legacy for their children. Give up on this mic, I can't find it. There we go. There it is. Okay. So, use the charity measures tool. At 1 Corinthians 13. And just go measure yourself. It's a fun little exercise. And then go measure, if you have a significant other or spouse, give them a measure. Do it together. It's really interesting to see the results that you give each other, and you can be a mirror or a witness for another person to see, help them see where their strengths or weaknesses are, and you can use the formula right there in the scriptures to do it without, losing your self-discipline and being provoked and just pointing things out negative. It's a great tool. Okay, so the total score for that exercise is an 80. You get your percentage out of 100 by adding them all up and then dividing by 8. Sorry, 80. And then look at your strengths and weaknesses. So, one final note on that is that exercise you might be a little discouraged the first time you take it. Hey man, look at this score. Or maybe you walk on water, right? But what you can do is realize that grace is there to catch you. The grace given by God, talked about in the scriptures, witnessed to by many people, Christian or not, atheists or creationists. Many people have experienced grace in their life, and I can give you a definition for what it is. And it's a concept I'm learning about right now, as I'm trying to do my best on this bicycle. All that's required is I do my best, and somehow the rest is made up for me. So, charity measure, discipline measure. Remember that grace has got your back, and in the end we all get a perfect score because of that. That doesn't mean we don't stop working on our strengths and weaknesses. You just have to be merciful with yourself. Don't judge yourself. Forgo judgment of your weaknesses and just work on them. Love yourself. Give yourself a break. Because we know we're all not perfect. None of us are perfect. But we can be with grace. We can be in the sight of others and in the lives of others if we just accept our weaknesses. Know that if we do our best, the rest of it and we can move forward. So that's commitment for today. That's what we're writing for. Self-discipline, commitment to your truth, to correct principles that you've learned as you've asked yourself the questions. So I'll leave you with the question behind today's post. Today we write for commitment as well. Ask yourself, what are the commitments in my life? And am I actively working on my self-discipline to do my best in that commitment? That's it.
with most things, the formulas are simple. We as humans and our narcissistic brains want to make everything complex. But we've been told time and time again by the wise men of the earth, the Buddhas, all the deep thinkers, of course Jesus Christ, that the formula is simple. It's right there. It's plain in front of us. It's the self-discipline and commitment that is the difficult part. And we tend, as humans, at least myself, to have a hard time committing to something if it's not complex and dramatic, or fireworks aren't going off. And so the hard work there is the commitment part. And if you'll have mercy with yourself, no judgment of your weaknesses, you can turn them on into strengths and enrich the lives of other people around you, and just love. And that's what it's all about. So go out, tell somebody you love them today, and be a witness to them that they're doing a good job, and that you're not judging them, and that if they're doing their best, they're doing a great job. And we can be witnesses to each other, mirrors, and just show that kindness and love. So, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and catch us on our Facebook at Freedom Ride 2316, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Of course, our website is born26.com. And then you can catch our blogs. All of us have a blog there. And you can live track us at glimpse.com, GLYMPSE.com. So I've got on my phone right now a live tracker. You can see my speed, you can see where I'm at. And thanks for being a part of our journey, and being a witness us out here fighting our oppositions and testing our formulas, finding our answers. I'm grateful for that, and just challenge you to be, go love someone and be a witness. All right.